I believe it is nearly impossible to be sober. And the best example I can give you is whenever I see people in comment sections talk so proudly about how they've quit substances. They've quit drinking liquor. They've quit drinking beer. They've quit smoking marijuana. They quit cocaine. They quit nicotine. They quit any number of substances. And to clarify, there are some substances you should never touch and that you should keep as far away from you as possible. Heroin's one of them. Fentanyl is obviously another one. That should go without saying. But for the most part, these substances will not kill you unless you allow them to kill you, or unless somebody is nefarious and puts something in them to kill you. If somebody poisons your drink with arsenic, yeah, you're going to die unless you've built up some sort of resilience to it because you think you're the Chinese emperor and everyone's out to get you. But other than that, these substances aren't going to kill you unless you overdo them. This is my opinion. But the reason why I have this opinion is because I see these people so proud of quitting. And good for you, right? If you've quit the substance and your life is better for it, fantastic. But then they make the next step. And this next step is where I see the flaw in their worldview. And that step is that they condemn anyone who drinks, and they condemn anyone who smokes weed, and they condemn anyone that does any substance ever. Oh, you drink caffeine, you're evil. Oh, you have beer after dinner, you're evil. They condemn you just like a Christian would condemn a Muslim, or a Muslim would condemn a Christian. They do the exact same thing. And what I've realized through looking at these comments is that these people who have been quote unquote sober for 15 years, they're just as drunk, if not more drunk on their sobriety than they were off the booze. They're just as drunk on their sobriety as they were on the booze. It's even worse now. I'd rather you drink because at least then you might be a little bit of fun. At least then you might be able to loosen up. At least then you wouldn't be such a zealot for your cause. At least then you might be able to laugh a little bit or joke around a little bit. But now you're just a sobriety zealot. You're just a religious zealot for your sobriety, and you're drunk on it. And quite frankly, I believe it's because these people are scared. These people are scared, in my opinion, of their shadow. They are scared of the shadow within them, the shadow that tells them to do things that they shouldn't do, the shadow that tells them they have dark desires that they don't want to recognize, they don't want to realize. I believe these people are just scared of their shadow side that's never going to go anywhere. And so they have to project this fear in the form of such sobriety that it's nauseating. And they have to condemn anyone that uses the substance because they fear that if they even get within an arm's reach of a drink, they're going to go off the deep end. And to be quite frank, with how much they've repressed themselves through their sobriety and through their zealotry, I believe they might.